So, gentlemen, a new album, the crucial third album. Everyone's always saying how crucial the third album is. Do you feel any sort of more pressure this time around than before?
Well, first of all, I think of it as the fourth album, so... I mean, Barbed Wire Kisses to me was our third album. So, fourth album, no pressure at all.
Although I guess this is the third sort of studio album, as it were, and the first one you produced yourselves. Did that change things? I mean, why the decision to produce yourselves? Just more control?
It's not the first one we've produced ourselves. No, we've produced everything ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, totally, you've often
we've produced everything ourselves.
But you've often worked in collaboration with other people.
Yeah, the engineers, worked in collaboration with engineers, and plus the first one was, I mean, if you're talking about credits or whatever, that's a different thing. But no, it's produced everything ourselves.
So what's the title of this one?
We don't know, not yet.
There's a couple of titles going around, but we don't really want to say just yet until we decide. So.
Is there much pressure from record companies? You know, did you get into disagreement with them over the choice of the singles and the look? And do you have complete control over all that stuff?
Warner Brothers Records heard the album for the first time today. So, well, what we done is we decided to go in to make a record, and we decided that, you know, the less people around, the better, and we kept everybody away, and nobody's heard a single thing until today. So there's been that way. There's no pressure. You know, you just tell everybody, stay away. We don't want to know. You know, we've got the job. We've got a job to do on making a record, and you know, the less hassle we get, the better. So there was no pressure at all.
So how does this record differ from the previous ones?
What we try to do with this record is we try to get what was good about every record we've ever done onto one record. I mean, I suppose every group tries to do that, but I think, I don't know, it can't be objective, but I think, to tell you the truth, I think we've done it. I think this is like a bit of all three albums rolled into one fold.
You say you like giving your listeners, your fans, surprises all the time. Are there some surprises, or is the mix of previous things a surprise in itself?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't say really. I mean, I get surprised when people get surprised. And we done Sidewalk, and to me it just sounded like the Mary Chain, you know. But we released it, and everybody was stunned. You know, it's like they've done a dance track or whatever, where it was in. It's just we're sort of thinking that's the most natural thing in the world for us to be doing. So when everybody else gets kind of, you know, surprised, I don't understand it. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what people will say about this record.
You must be getting used to having that sort of reaction, though. I mean, the critics have been right on side almost exclusively right the way through. Has it been important to you to kind of get that positive feedback from the press all the time?
It's not always been positive, though. I mean, the press and in fact, the press these days, I don't really concern myself by what the press is saying at all. I think if you start to get too kind of uptight about what people are saying about you in print, it's the beginning of the end, really. I mean, all we need really is like people to buy the music, people to walk up to me in the street and say you made a record that made me want to start a group. That's what I'm more concerned about, rather than what some old cynical journalist has got to write in a music paper. You know?
Yeah, when we make a record, we go into an almost trance-like state for 3 or 4 months, where we just totally forget about everything. Record companies press, fans, friends, everybody. We just go in and make a record, and most of it's spontaneous. You really don't plan how a record's going to sound. You write a song, and then there's a vague feeling of how it's going to be, and then it just happens. And I don't know. I mean, like, nobody else is taken into account. Nobody.
The press has always kind of wanted to paint you guys as being sort of outrageous, Giz and Mary Chain. I mean, do you see yourselves as wild kind of guys?
The music business is if anybody in a group has basically got to be a cartoon character, do you know what I mean? It's like, do you know what I mean? It's Morrissey is like the, typical English eccentric and all of that shit, and we are the wild rock. And I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I'll wake up one day, you can meet me in the street on a Tuesday and think I was like this sort of guy, damn nice fella. I could be drunk or in a bad mood like the day after that, and you could meet me and say I was somebody else, That's the way people are. And the whole business about the, fitting into the role of the I don't know, the rock and roll rebel or whatever, it's a bit kind of moronic, a bit childlike, really. I don't really like my character to be summed up that easily, that quickly. So, don't go along with that at all.
This is the entertainment business, and it's like the fans and the masses are, I guess, the target audience, and they do like to be.
I don't think it should be the entertainment business, though. I don't think. If this is the entertainment business, would I be in the entertainment business if I wrote a book? If I painted a picture, would I be an entertainer? If so, that's fine. But if not, what we do, is the same as what what an artist does when he paints a picture, or what an author does when he writes a book. Entertainment maybe, but certainly isn't Las Vegas,
I'm not trying to depict you as a couple of song and dance men or anything. I'm just making the parallel that
I think that's what's expected of anybody that's in a group, to be a song and dance man, to be a Michael Jackson or a Sammy Davis Jr. So I think a lot of the time we're seen as odd, non-conformist, and it's only because we see what we do as it's to us it's art. It's no less art than Picasso's like silly little drawings. So when we get thrown into that mould of being song and dance men, sometimes.
Do you find yourselves often fighting preconceptions and expectations?
All the time, everywhere we go. Our first LP was quite noisy and quite white noisy. So the second LP was more of a mood piece, and to me, I think we're every shade, we're every colour. It's just like every artist says. You just don't use one colour or one shade. When you paint a picture. But I think the music business is just too conservative and too one-dimensional. I think after the first LP, I think everybody thought every LP we did after that was going to be like that, different songs but with the same sound, and that's just not us, and it's just too narrow-minded.
Some artists do stick to a formula, for want of a better word, and as they continue developing, they kind of pick up more and more support.
I don't think so. A formula. People have styles, but I think when you call a style a formula, you cheapen it.
So what's the objective? Do you guys? I'm sure you're not exactly like career-minded people who sit there planning the next 5 years or where you want to be in the future. But do you have any sort of idea of what's lying ahead in the immediate future?
No.
One day at a time.
Well, that's the way it's worked for the past 5 years, and we know that doing it that way it works. I think if we started to plan out a 5-year schedule, that would be the beginning of the end. I don't really go along with all this, like, 2-year world tours and all that crap, really. It's show business again. It's show business, and it's exactly what we're trying to get away from.
What is the objective in terms of the new record and subsequent records? To cater for existing fans, to try and get a few new ones on board, or what?
Well, it's quite simple that we go into a studio and we record the songs we've got, and kind of like I mean, I'm not just saying it, but what happens after that is always a surprise to me. I don't have a clue what's going to happen next. We've made the record, we released the record, and what people say and how many people buy it and what we do afterwards, I just don't know right now. And that's the way it's always been, and that's the only way it can work for us.
So lyrically, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's just it. Our strength is that we write